Hello there. It looks like the UK is turning the tide in the great Brexit sausage war with Brussels. Christmas is saved. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below. And when subscribing, please do press that little bell, but also select the all option, or you won't get any notifications when I publish a new video. Reports are now emerging that the UK may be about to claim a magnificent victory in the great Brexit sausage wars of the 21st century. Because the EU Commission might be about to cave into British pressure to allow the UK to sell sausages from one part of the UK into another part of the UK. A sketch plot that any aficionado of Yes Minister and the emulsified high-fat offal tube will recognise. Yes, that's right. It transpires that Brussels may be on the verge of allowing a new clause in the Northern Ireland Protocol that allows us to send what is termed as national identity goods from Great Britain into Northern Ireland. Well, that's a relief then. We can now do what we should have been able to do anyway. It's more like some jobs worth in an EU town council giving you permission to drive your own car in the UK. And this is being heralded as a success? Yes, the Telegraph says that Tory MP David Davis is all cock-a-hoop about it, quoting him as saying, "It does demonstrate that taking a firm line with them works. If you are robust, they know they have a lot to lose." And then going on to say this vindicates Lord David Frost's hardline strategy. Now, Brussels had already given the UK a short-term waiver on the rules that would have stopped us selling UK sausages in a part of the UK, but this new rule could signal a change that allows us to sell them permanently into Northern Ireland. How very neighbourly of Brussels. But there is also another sweetener in there. The EU is also dropping its demands that the UK slavishly follow Brussels' phytosanitary rules, and we could be headed for the much more preferable equivalence. But guess what Brussels said about ECJ jurisdiction over the protocol? It's their big red line and it's staying. And the Eurocrats are also refusing to put the protocol through a major legal overhaul. Lord David Frost is, though, still keeping the threat of triggering Article 16 ready, just in case this current set of talks falls apart. Now, me being cynical of the EU, will expect to see lots of words said by Brussels about how these proposals of theirs are all new and fresh and that it will break the deadlock. But when we do come to have a read of the rules changes, I would bet they're basically the same as they are now, with some tweaking of language, because Brussels has a track record of doing just that. They've done that with the protocol before and also with the fishing agreement. Never trust a Eurocrat bearing a protocol change. So I'll leave the cheering over the protocol until I see a real tangible change that truly puts the UK back in the Northern Ireland driving seat. And given where we are today, allowing a few sausages across the Irish Sea might let Boris wave a few Union Jacks, but it won't actually do anything other than drive home the message that the protocol has allowed the EU to take the opportunity to completely annex Northern Ireland, an opportunity they've eagerly grasped with both thieving claws. It couldn't be clearer. The truth is that it should be the UK dictating to the EU whether or not their goods can get into Northern Ireland. And until that appalling situation is reversed, all it shows is that Boris has failed because we have not taken back control. Any situation now that gives the EU one iota of control over Northern Ireland is unacceptable. Now, had the EU acted fairly from the start and applied the protocol in the extremely light manner envisaged, then it might have been bearable until something better came along. but Brussels has shown itself to be totally underhanded and completely untrustworthy. Their influence in Northern Ireland must cease. Now, Lord Frost has previously said that the conditions for triggering Article 16 to take appropriate remedial action have been met. And that was some weeks or even months ago. Article 16 says the EU or UK may use Article 16 if the conditions are right. But my question is, when do the conditions in Northern Ireland become so bad that this turns from being a may into being a positive must legal duty for Boris to trigger it? Or can Northern Ireland descend into unrest with a collapsed power sharing agreement and a shredded Belfast agreement first? If the failure to trigger Article 16 is the real cause of the problems, then doesn't Boris have a firm positive duty to act? Is that not actionable in court? Anyway, the Republic of Ireland might like the way the Biden administration is backing the protocol, but it won't like the way Biden is forcing them to raise their business taxes. But before I get into that, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my Super Thanks, Patreon and PayPal supporters, as well as those that do buy a mug with my mug on it. Links in the descriptions box below. You really do help me keep this channel going. So Joe Biden has succeeded in his move to force a just about worldwide acceptance of a minimum level of business tax to stop or at least minimise the use of offshore tax havens. And this has hit the Republic of Ireland hard, as after initially battling to fend this rise off, it has now caved in and agreed to raise its corporate tax rate from a Google, Apple and Pfizer attracting 12.5% up to 15%. Now, this new rate will only apply, as I understand it, to some 56 companies operating in Ireland with an annual turnover of €750 million or more. The rest will still be taxed at 12.5%. But the new business tax rules also aim to tax companies where they sell their goods and services and make their big profits. So although these big companies are for the moment headquartered in the south of Ireland, they will no longer be paying anywhere near as much dosh into Dublin's tax coffers. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. In fact, given how large the UK market for the likes of Google is in the UK compared to the Republic, our taxman might benefit a bit more as well. And now the big battle for Dublin is keeping those big corporates in Ireland. They might decide that they might as well move to where the action is now that the tax advantage has diminished. So what's your opinion on the sausage war and Ireland's tax position? Please like and comment below.